How? He moves like a sloth.
Everybody's listening to you now, man.
Sloth.
Oh, who you talking about? Who you talking to? Oh, what happened? We're set up for just us. Sorry, Chris. Hi, buddy.
I don't care.
All right, let's move it out. Let's get this guy. There he is.
Hey.
He's with us. He's with us, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go.
I don't mind just being the voice, really.
Do you want to just be the voice? I can cut you off.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, man.
Be a voice.
Look at us.
Serious.
Luke. I know. There he is. Everybody's here.
How do we know?
Luka for Anthony Davis.
I don't know about that trade. How did the Lakers just not take complete one over on them? I have no idea.
Nobody know
that was awesome.
That not even anybody. I watched ESPN, the NBA before the game. They were all talking about how the pick and roll between those two with LeBron and him are so incredible. They're going to go so far. Then 2 hours.
How about whoever broke it? Right? I don't remember what sports reporter broke it or whatever like that. They all thought his account got hacked.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they had a check on, hey, did your account get hacked? He goes, no, this is for real.
Yeah.
And then they had to actually confirm it. So it was pretty incredible.
Yeah. I can't wait to watch that first game. The Lakers.
When is that first game?
I don't know.
They crushed the Knicks.
Yeah, they beat Philly and they beat the Knicks, right?
LeBron is just something special.
Well, when you come into the Garden, I mean,
either way, he's just something special to watch. I don't care if you like him or not.
No, I don't hang out with him. I watch him play basketball.
Yeah.
I don't know enough about LeBron. Like I didn't know enough about Kobe, and it's like I used to judge him, and now I'm like, oh, dude, he was a good guy. Like he worked hard. He's like,
on the court.
You wait till he dies before you say anything good.
Right. Well, because I mean,
just say nice things about me before I go.
That's like any Boston Red Sox. What you tell any one of those guys.
So if you got a pickup game and you got the first pick, LeBron in his prime, Michael Jordan in his prime, who are you picking?
Jordan.
Kobe.
Jordan.
Really?
I just like Kobe.
Over Jordan?
I don't know. I just like
Jordan.
Kobe, I feel like if there's a problem, Kobe will punch you in the face.
They are
like
you don't think Jordan would punch you in the face?
No, I think he would just play harder, more mad, and beat you on the court. But I feel like Kobe would bite you. I like that.
I know LeBron's a bigger guy than Kobe though. Like he's much wider.
LeBron doesn't seem
so I feel
violent.
You think Kobe seemed violent to you?
I just think he was a little crazy.
I think you're smitten.
I like Kobe.
Yeah, I like Kobe. I do like him now.
I didn't see that special. There was a TV special on him.
Yeah.
You saw it?
Yeah.
Is it good?
Yeah, it's great. Yeah. And I read his books and stuff, the Mamba mentality.
Yeah.
It's all good stuff.
It's all good.
Incredible. His mindset is no one's got a mindset like that.
Like Kobe.
Yeah. None of these guys. Not even Jordan.
I love that story. I don't remember
Jordan
who
just
it was.
had a little bit more talent, I guess.
Yeah.
But Kobe was definitely the hardest working guy on the planet. You got to read that book. It's crazy.
Really?
Oh, God.
I don't remember. I think he said he was in Philly or something like that. And they were just, they had Friday off because they were playing a game on Saturday. And so whoever knows who is in the court, right? He's shooting. And a guy from Philly is like, well, if Kobe's still here, I'm going to stay here. And the whole time, Kobe was like, if he's staying here, I'm staying here. And they just shot for 7 hours.
Yeah.
They shot for 7 hours.
Finally, the guy left, and then Kobe left after him.
Exactly. Yeah. He just was not getting beat. Kobe was not going to get beat. He was not going to get outworked, that type of stuff. But Jordan was like that too, man.
Jordan was also the guy who's going to have a full flu and score 50 points and
still can do it. Yeah.
Get his knee drained.
Oh man, we never started the SD card. Can you start the SD card? At least we're live. So, and I mean, all we missed was NBA talk. So there we go.
All right.
Now look at that.
I don't even know what that means.
Now it's real. Well, this way we have all the
Now it's
so the seminar was phenomenal.
Yeah.
It looked very crowded from the social post that was going on.
It's always lately been 900 to 1,500
people
in the room, which is
huge,
mind blowing. I can't. I said,
all right, let's put it into
front row. Front row?
No, I'm not. I'm a back row. I'm the back row guy.
Yeah, I sit right in the front.
Yeah, I can't.
I sit right in the front my whole life.
Yeah,
right in the front.
It's because you can't see. Is the gout? What is it?
It's the gout.
If I'm going to be in class, I want to be right there.
I'm the opposite.
Otherwise, I'm not going.
Yeah.
I'm in the back.
I've been like that since high school.
I like to chit chat.
But all right, so for the people who are listening, you went to the Remarkable Practice TRP
team building event.
So they brought all their staff. Or no
team.
Son of a gun. This guy. They brought their whole team.
How'd Miguel do?
Miguel did great. Miguel had his first airplane flight. He
And
had his first bike ride. He had his first swim.
This is like a 20-year-old kid who's never been on a bicycle.
18, yeah.
And that video you posted was unbelievable.
Yeah.
Like you're watching his cerebellum just
Right.
Wait, why
fire.
He crashed?
video? Why did I not get a video?
Well, you got to follow my Instagram.
I don't follow you on Instagram. You have Instagram?
My office does, not me.
But I'm a DeCarlo
he had
follower.
crashed 3 times prior to that. So this was, and
at least his first plane ride.
His first plane ride went right.
That's dude. You got to be sensitive about
his
that.
First plane ride was his first plane ride. His first.
I was
bike
imagining
ride.
him because that was the morning after
and he knew about it going in.
I was gonna say like he showed up at the airport. He would have been. Like,
he knew.
white.
He knew.
He knew
beforehand. Yeah, but he was just like whatever. And then because he's 18, then
they're invincible.
Invincible.
Yeah.
And it was the first time he ever slept in a bed by himself, bedroom, because he has 9 brothers and sisters, and they have a 3-bedroom home or something like that. So they've all always shared together. So he had a good time.
You
That's
sure?
awesome.
You sure he was alone? He didn't.
Yeah, no,
he didn't pick anything else.
He's boring. He's boring like that. He's not that. Try to get him to do crazy stuff, but he won't.
So forgive me for not watching your posts because obviously I don't follow you. But whatever. This was a part of the team building the bike riding, or it just so happened that you guys
I always try to do some fun stuff.
Yeah.
So we rented a boat.
Oh, and you had a birthday.
Oh, it was my birthday yesterday.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
52.
You old man. Happy birthday,
Thank
you
you,
old
sir.
man.
Thank you.
Look at him. You look 52. You look every bit of it. Dude.
I got Amber Alert. I got lost in the parking lot. Yeah, it was good. It was fun.
So what's interesting? So you said there was like whatever 900 people, 1,000 people, plus 1,200 people. In our profession, when we first graduated, there was a lot of that. There was the Master Circle, and there was
DE
Singer,
yeah,
David Singer,
and these things all still exist, but not really at the level that would bring 3,000 people or 1,000 people.
Yeah.
So TRP seems to have picked up the mantle from all of those groups.
Yeah.
And providing what a doctor needs to run a successful practice.
Yeah, it was outstanding, like shockingly good.
So what was the
not that I ever expect anything less from Steve, of course, but it went past my expectations. Like
that's awesome.
Yeah.
So Steve Franson, who's the CEO of the Remarkable Practice, he's kind of the leader. The leader. Our profession went from a profession that had superstars, like it had these Larry Markson guys, and it had these big names in our profession. We don't have that anymore.
No.
And Steve, it's not the name, it's the Remarkable Practice, as it should be.
Right.
But he's definitely picked up the mantle. And
yeah, it was.
So
was
what struck you as so amazing?
Just so much stuff. Just the value, the way they're starting to get a little bit more mindset stuff in there, which I really like. So
because Steve is a very
he's a systems guy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And he's
systems,
everything is procedures and math and metrics,
calendars and metrics.
So in the beginning it was not so much like that, but then they had Pete, who was would be the MC.
Camiolo,
yeah.
Who is it?
Pete Camiolo, who's the partner of.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah.
Is he a UAC guy too or no?
He is not.
No, he had been in the past. But
Got it. So I don't think I've met this guy yet.
Wonderful guy. And he hit it really hard with the core values and the spiritual stuff, and the time is now with American Healthy Grant,
Yeah.
And he hit it like they just went off on just the first 4 or 5 hours is just pure, we're in the driver's seat right now. It's going to be it's moving forward now. Let's forget everything and just let's go. And he went all mindset and he was locked in, man. It was good. I was getting goosebumps through the whole thing. Miguel was over there fist pumping himself. He was getting so pumped up.
That is great.
It was great. My team was fired up, man. It was amazing. And then
you brought everybody?
Yeah.
Nice.
And then not everyone. We lost somebody. But
got rid of somebody.
Yeah.
Lost somebody.
Yeah, right.
Oh, she got a baby.
What's that? Besides the Kira had her baby, but then our front desk girl didn't make it because
she'd make the cut.
Didn't make the cut. All right.
Which was, what she did, was nice. We sat down and had a conversation, and she was just going through some stuff, and she just thought she would just didn't want to. She didn't want to hold the team down.
Okay.
And she knew she couldn't be held up to our standards at the time, so she felt it was best that she not come back.
It sounds incredibly mature and professional and
very,
fantastic. I
very
mean,
nice.
It sucks nonetheless, but okay, let's not digress. Let's get into
it was great. And then so the team went, and then they went into all team building systems and how they monitor off metrics, and everyone has KPIs, key performance indicators, and they do meetings and monthly meetings, quarterly meetings, and everyone gets a scorecard. The system. I don't know if you're familiar with the system.
No, I mean, the guys in my accountability group would talk about it quite a bit. A lot of paperwork, a lot of
It's not paperwork,
or it's like status or whatever it is. Yeah,
it's a lot of
documentation or whatever.
It's a lot of.
It's called paperwork.
It's right. Yeah, it is a lot of paperwork. It's a lot of stats.
It's something that on two levels. One is, yes, of course, it's going to make you a better business person. We go to school to become great doctors, and we got no training whatsoever on how to run a business. But there's also, for the patient, when the office is running like a top, they're getting better service.
100% right.
And where you're, and there's no. He said there's no really. What he was explaining was, if you're running off metrics, there's no conversations. It's either yes or no,
right?
And you're either you're doing your job or you're not. So it's very simple, and so it did a lot of that, and then we broke out into groups based on like owners and CAs and office managers. Everyone went in their own groups, and they trained up on how to do their own stats and implementation, and so it was a couple of days of that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Now, is there? I'm assuming this probably was not that seminar, but like for a guy who's not been in TRP, at what point do you learn how to do the systems and procedures, not just the stats, but learning how to get the stats
they
there?
Have they have a program that you join, and then you do weekly meetings, and you get into a group of guys, and you're all in the entry level version of it, and you do like a mastermind every week or every other week. You meet for an hour, do a mastermind, and then you implement 2 or 3 pieces of paperwork, and then you mastermind and implement. So you get taken through the process with one of the TRP coaches. And then you have unlimited access to what they call their vault, which has every single thing in there, but it has it's just now for 2025, they've evolved it into, they have a vault now, not a specific vault, but a tab for CA training, where you can tell your CA to go do the training, and she gets locked into a weekly course. And then they have an office manager training. Now they have Remarkable Money, where you can learn about money and taxes. And so they have all of these, they have the CEO program, which we were in last year. And so it was pretty
very nice.
I went through the CEO program too. It was fantastic.
Yeah,
it was great.
It should be almost a must for you.
All right.
Yeah.
I mean, I know my brother-in-law went down there.
Yeah.
So they do like a discovery call. They see where you're at, because he's got the 4 different levels, right? So new practices, and then there's growth, and then there's scaling, and then there's exiting, right? So I'm intrigued.
Yeah.
I'm intrigued, Franson. I'm expecting a phone call.
Yeah.
Personal phone call, even a text message would do.
You would be great for the CEO program.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could just pop in, and everyone would just have to put their papers on your desk, and you could look through the metrics. And then now what they've done now is they've made all of the paperwork connect off of one. So when you do your new patient, there's a form for new patients, and you enter all the data, then all of it automatically plugs into everybody else's charts. And so everyone's stuff all is connected. So it's not redundant. Like, you
don't have to repeat the process 100 times, like my practice management software.
Right.
But we have our practice management software, and then we would have to do TRP software stuff, right?
Yeah, or that one would take the place of the other, or not.
Oh, it's a TRP software. Was it like Genesis or something?
No, not like
they have a portal where you go on and you do your trainings, and you watch your videos, and you have your accountability, so one doesn't replace the other.
Got it.
Right.
Got it.
It was pretty cool. And
that was this weekend. This just Friday and Saturday.
It's because I had back in 2000 and 21 years ago, I was in a master circle. It was very different. Larry Markson's great coach. He'll help you become a great chiropractor. But the difference between this and the master circle is what Steve brings to the table is business acumen.
Right.
it's the language of business. It's this whole, build, scale,
Exit, yeah.
That whole thing is very deliberate, and it's based on hardcore print principles that are used in
pure
in business. Yeah,
it's pure business.
I like that.
Great. Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah,
I do.
Yeah, it was good, and it was crowded.
Where was that? Arizona?
Tampa,
just like I said.
What about the vendors? The
vendors were good. There was a lot of vendors. A lot of
Sprint Set was there.
Sprint Set. Roger.
So
was
Roger,
there. Roger.
So
was
Rory?
there.
I texted him.
Yes.
I texted him while we were there. When I was in Puerto Rico, he sent a photo to Sebastian. He wants to hook Sebastian up with his wife's cousin in Cyprus. So I thought of it when I sent him a text. I'm like, come on, we got to go out to dinner.
Right. Yeah, I'm sitting at the pool and I'm looking over my shoulder, and here comes Roger. He's like, "Oh, I got to come all the way to Tampa to hang out with you." Everybody lives down the road, right?
Right, exactly.
I'm like, "Yeah, I guess so."
My daughter babysits for him,
Nice.
so she babysat. So he was gone, and she had like a spa pampering day. And she needed Paige to come and take care of.
Wait, you telling me Paige babysits?
Dude, Paige is like legendary.
Legendary. I need the legend. All right, good. I got to put that into the Rolodex. She's in the Rolodex.
So
Don't you have a nanny?
I'm not on the weekends though.
Oh no.
No.
What does she do?
She goes and gallivants. She's like a 23-year-old girl. She deserves to gallivant.
All right.
She's got to be with my kids Monday at like 6 o'clock in the morning through Friday at like 6 o'clock at night. So it's
your kids would love Paige.
Yeah.
They would love Paige. Yeah.
Oh, they would torture her like they torture everybody
Vendors were
else.
good.
No, Paige can handle herself. Trust me.
Yeah. Trying to think of some of the good ones.
Where it was in Tampa. Where at what hotel?
The JW Marriott.
Okay.
On Water Street. Weather was good. Really nice. It was good.
Time for the beach?
No,
Not really.
nah. Just like I said, we rented a boat and just cruised around in a boat for a couple hours in one
All
of the
right.
mornings, and that was it. We went bike riding. We thought
We
we
did.
thought we were gonna go bike riding, but
Except Miguel did not know how
Miguel
to ride a
did not
bike.
ride a bike, and so we canceled that. That lasted like
Did you have to push him?
no. He just was dumb enough to get on the bike.
What about a tandem bike? You guys gonna?
No, he didn't really say he didn't know how to ride a bike. He's like, it's been a little while. So then he got on a bike and we started going. And then he just went straight into a then he went straight into a wall.
All right.
And then he almost rode a lady over. And then he rode into a pole. And then we went to that spot where you guys see on the video, or not you. And then we're like, just stay here and ride around for a little bit and let's see what you got. And after that, I was like,
He pulled the plug.
I'm like, I am not riding around on this little strip of Water Street with you running into kids and dogs.
No, not
So
yeah.
this was his, because he's thinking about becoming a chiropractor. So this was his first time in that
It
environment.
was his first time in Florida. Also, it's a lot of firsts for this
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah,
Look at you, buddy.
Yeah.
That's a
That's
real.
why I
That's a
took him.
mitzvah.
That's why I took him. So,
yeah. No, he's great. He's a
Yeah.
great kid.
Very cool. Taylor was there as well.
Dr. Taylor was
There we go.
there, and we got a lot of stuff we're gonna implement. Meet up on Tuesday for a few hours and get some stuff in that I should probably have in there.
All right.
Yeah.
Look at you. You look motivated. This is Chris motivated, by the way.
Well, Lauren.
It's also Chris unmotivated. It's also Chris
Lauren's
tired.
going to take care of the paperwork. Lauren's going to take care of
No,
all
we don't.
that stuff. No.
Hopefully not. No, she's not. She's
That's not her
really
thing.
good at
Not-
numbers or paperwork.
That sounds like my wife.
She's a creator. She's a spiritual.
Yeah,
it's a
she's the
mess.
visionary.
Yeah, it's very messy when we have to have her do anything. that
Oh,
has to do with
so
paper.
you guys are similar. Like it's not like you're the visionary, she's the operator. You're both the visionaries.
I would consider myself the implementer because I just move really quickly.
Yeah.
She'll have ideas. I'm just like, but she'll just have ideas.
Right.
I will think of something and start it in
And, yeah,
instantaneously.
get it going.
Right. So
All right.
Maybe I need her.
Speaking of instantaneous, all right. Well, before we get off of Tampa, so
I know where he wants to go.
Well, I was just wondering because
Teased it.
right?
To us.
The decompression program.
Yeah.
3 new patients so far, which is slow. It's been 2 weeks. This will be
Mhm.
going into our 3rd week. And 2 so far have been good.
Okay,
One hasn't
2 out of
had an
3.
ROF yet, so
Right.
could be 3 out of 3.
Could
I
be
don't
3
know.
out of 3.
All right.
But as far as the marketing goes,
Completely passive.
I haven't done anything. I don't even know where it is. I've never seen it yet. So I like that.
Yeah.
And you don't know, it's too early to know your cost per
They
lead
said it
and
takes
all that
probably
stuff.
3 or 4 weeks to get it rolling.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
All right.
I would like to see eight or 10 new patients from it per month.
Per month.
I would think this would be fair.
Okay.
You know.
Do we think a little bit more about what city we're thinking about up there?
No. It's up to you guys. Really, we got to look and see.
Orange County.
Orange County.
Orange County.
Middletown.
Goshen.
Big hospital. Now there is a chiropractor there who's kind of running
Spina?
Middletown. No, not Spina. He used to be in the UAC a long time ago. He's a TRT guy.
He's in Newburgh, right? The blonde kid?
Yeah, he's in Newburgh, right?
Newburgh,
no,
yeah.
but he has another clinic, I think.
Yeah, he's in that. What's the name of that program he does? It's like, I forget.
Yeah.
I know he's in Newburgh also. Yeah, I mean, I like.
Where is your mother?
My mother is up further.
Okay.
I like Goshen.
I've heard of Goshen before.
Goshen is.
I've heard of Middletown before.
Middletown is packed, but Goshen is basically connect. Goshen is the Congers of New City.
Okay.
Would be Middletown.
Got it.
Right. But it's also, you could get people from then Chester or Monroe, like they would come to Goshen. It's like easy on, easy off.
Middletown's got a big healthcare community there.
Yeah.
They got like hospitals.
And the hospital is on the outset of the first part of Middletown, which is connected to Goshen. So it's like a 2-mile Goshen to the hospital. Like that medical area is really on the outside of Middletown. So, but anywhere in that area, even Monroe, because I got connections and my people.
It's interesting. I was at the gym
really.
today.
They're far enough apart.
Right.
I was at Lifetime, and I ran into Chuck Berg, who's a great chiropractor.
Legend in our area over here. Bergen County legend.
Chuck is great. And his wife is she was experiencing some disc issues last year, and it was very acute. I mean, she was having a really hard time. And Chuck is a great chiropractor. He does his thing, and she's got to contemplate surgery. They had big trips coming up to Greece and this and that, and they're like, we're not going. I mean, we just can't go. So they spoke to somebody at Valley, a guy who starts with an M.
I'll fix her.
Moishin or Moist. Anyway, I can't remember his
There's
name.
Moise. M-O-I.
Him. Okay.
Yeah.
So he said, I can go in there, do all the hardware, do the discectomy, and we'll get the result we want, 85% chance. If we do the micro discectomy where I don't touch anything and it's more like 65%. Well, she went with the micro. She went with just pluck out and it all worked out for her. She went to Greece. She had a great time. Everything was great. While they were in Greece, they were on a trip with people from New Jersey, and this guy was a dentist, and he had a cervical spine issue. He had gone for his MRI. He knew he was going to get surgery. He was having issues with his hand, and came back, had the surgery, and now he's fully disabled.
Oh,
Brown-Séquard syndrome, and he's done. So it's just, the risk is there.
Yeah,
the risk is there. It's not. It just breaks your heart, because at least I know that she did everything on the chiropractic side and
conservative
on the
care.
Conservative side. Yep. The dentist, I don't think did anything. Yeah. And wow, just to hear a story like that, it's awful. It breaks your heart.
The thing that triggers me with the woman who had the discectomy, which I'm glad it worked out, but there's a cause.
Yeah,
the disc was the effect. So they just went in and just fixed her symptoms.
Right, fixed her quick. Yeah.
So she still has a problem.
Right,
and
you got to fix that.
Yeah.
And if she,
these are two of the most incredibly fit, chiropractic lifestyle based people you want to meet. Chuck is he lives the life, and she does too. Her son is not a chiropractor, but her son has a has a lot of chiropractors as clients. I forget his name, but anyway, she's a yoga instructor. She does like all kinds of stuff. Yeah, I mean, they're incredibly healthy, incredibly fit.
No, they're terrific.
So it
people.
makes sense that she would do well
with that.
Right.
Yeah. Tell her I'll fix her.
Right. What is the percentage now? Low back surgeries, 85% fail within the first 5 years. Right. And even the spine surgeons tell me, like, you're taking the disc space, which is here, and then you're taking the disc out or whatever it is. So now it's here. What are you doing for the facet? What happens with the facet?
Right.
All that kind of stuff.
Right.
And that's just biomechanics. And obviously you can take it to the next level
structure. It's just abnormal loading. It doesn't, the snipping and the removing is, she's hyperlordotic for sure. And then she probably has instability that chiropractic adjustments alone will not fix.
Most of the time when I get an MRI with a herniated disc in the lumbar spine, it's usually loss of the lordosis, or I'm sorry, maybe in the cervical spine. It's usually loss of the lordosis, not excessive or hyperlordosis. You find that too?
Loss of lordosis?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then they attribute that on the MRI. Always, the radiologist always says, attribute maybe to muscle spasm.
Right. If they're acute. Yeah. I don't try not to do any MRIs or X-rays on an acute patient.
Sure.
Right. Yeah. That's what it always is. Or, a majority of time, if you look at the lumbar, it's an increased lumbar lordosis, but that's because it's a hyperthoracic problem.
Right.
And that puts pressure on L5, L4. So you can snip it, and then you got to fix it, and then it just will never ever come back. But it's still progressive. That's where gets me uptight.
We can fix this, dude. Let's go. Let's get it open.
I can 100% stabilize that for her, and then she doesn't have to worry about it coming back. Period. Because you got to create stability around that.
Right.
Like we're doing with you.
Yeah, buddy.
Yep.
I saw you. See, I did see him on there. Was that your post or that yours? I feel like that was yours.
No.
Do you have? No, I guess.
I just sent a picture in the group chat.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah.
Of me getting. Yeah.
Exactly. You were on your phone the whole 9 yards. I saw that. That was our group chat. Got it. I'm like, see, I am a DeCarlo follower. I could have sworn. Maybe you guys didn't accept me. I don't know.
Yeah. We got to think more past cause.
Yeah.
All this stuff is cute, but
this is everything we're hearing on the news right now, and this hearing over like that. He wants to get past this and get to the cause. He was just talking about Ozempic recently and how it was all passed and stuff like that. He goes, it's a Swedish company, right? Nordic, what is it? Who does the Ozempic? Norvask or something like that. Swedish company. They don't even recommend Ozempic. You know what they recommend for obesity, which they very rarely have?
Stop eating.
Diet and exercise. Isn't that unbelievable? And here we are. And they said
they're like,
all of their projections.
We got America as a market.
All of their financial projections are based off of what they're going to sell in the United States. That's it. That's their financial projections based off of what they're going to sell in the United States. 72% of all Americans are crack.
Peanut butter.
Crack.
Unbelievable.
There's no seed oils in there either.
Yeah, buddy. So wait, you're starting a fast?
I looked in there
tomorrow.
I don't see anything horrendous in there.
Oh,
you can't read it.
Do you want me to eat a donut?
It just tastes too good.
Yeah. It's got agave in there.
Yeah, of course.
Is that the crack right there? Is it the agave?
Well,
peanut butter? What is in there? Coconut? Peanut butter?
Peanut butter, almond flour.
My pancreas right now is like squirting out insulin. Like
it
is. Coconut. Coconut salt? Is it coconut salt? What's coconut salt? Salt. That you can have a coconut salt.
I don't know. God only knows.
Speaking of coconuts, I was in Puerto Rico.
Yeah, baby.
Last week. God, that place is awesome.
San Juan, or where were you at?
Yeah, we went to San Juan, but then we took a ride down to the south. So outside of San Juan's a big city, whatever. And then and then you get to the mountains. There's like rainforest. You know, it's tropical. And then you go south, and you get on the other side of the mountains, and it's desert. Like it's totally dry, and the mountains look like you're in Southern California or in Italy or Greece or Sicily. And we went to Sebastian's parents' house. They live right on, right on the water. We jumped on Sebastian's boat. We went out to the where he parks his boat and went swimming with his dog, and it was awesome.
Nice.
It was awesome. It was.
I saw him
genuinely relaxing. Yeah, Sebastian was there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he had just got back from Spain.
Yeah.
So he was in Puerto Rico with us, and then he left to go to. I'm like, why are you going to Spain? He goes, there's a steakhouse I want to go to. Apparently these famous steaks. And then he posted, he's like, it's 42 degrees here. In Spain, like you don't go to
Yeah.
Spain to experience 42 degrees.
No, you went. He
But
went for the steak.
He went for the
for
steak.
Yeah, that's
Wow.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it was, and then Niles and Caitlin are going to Puerto Rico in a couple weeks, and they said they
Oh,
wanted
nice.
they wanted me to go.
You gonna go?
I don't know.
Look at
They
you.
they
Look at
weren't
you.
they weren't
Yeah.
in Tampa.
No,
Were they? No.
He just asked me if I wanted to go with them.
Nice.
Mm.
They'll be in Los Angeles.
You with Joe? I think you had a picture with Joe too, right?
Joe Esposito.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Joe, Sebastian. There was one other guy I feel like I saw in there. No.
No, it was the three of us. And I mean, there are other people down there that we didn't get together with. We didn't get together with Stu Berenson from Cairo One. We didn't get together with Guy Reekman, who's right down the street from them.
Guy Reekman lives in Puerto Rico.
Yeah, they got a whole bunch of.
Is he still the
chiropractors
president of Life West or
No.
whatever? Oh no. Okay.
Not anymore.
Got it.
But what's interesting is we got to meet some people, you know, who are taking advantage of you move to Puerto Rico and you run your business from there and you get tax advantages that are quite unbelievable. Like 2% federal tax, no capital gains, 0. They're in so there's like a community of 5,500 people. A lot of them are in, crypto and they're all investment banker types, young partying guys. You know, we went to a cigar bar, had a great time, just sitting there talking, and there were all these investor class guys. And
do we need to be in crypto?
I have crypto.
You have a Bitcoin?
I do.
You have a Bitcoin?
I have one.
Yeah.
I have a Bitcoin.
Do I need a Bitcoin? Am I too late for the buying of the Bitcoin?
You need to get into Ripple.
Ripple.
Quickly.
Yeah.
Ripple.
Everybody's been talking about Ripple.
XRP or Ripple.
Yeah.
That's what Fred Sanford used to drink.
Ripple?
Yeah.
There you go.
Now, the Ripple you could buy on the
Coinbase. You can get on.
it's only Coinbase? I thought you could buy that in the stock market now, right? Or no?
I don't know. I just get Coinbase.
Why is it valuable? What is Ripple? Like what
Ripple is going to be the main, from what I understand, is the pathway which all the other crypto is going to use to be instantaneous. It's going to be like the universal communicator between all of the coins. So if I wanted to pay you with crypto right now, the process is it's a process.
Mm-hmm.
It's not instantaneous. So they're creating a universal one that's going to go through all of it, and it's going to be the XRP.
It's almost like an API with Coinbase. I'm sorry, with
you make the transfer
Ethereum,
without a middleman.
Bitcoin,
You make the transfer without a middleman. You're not paying Visa or MasterCard a 3% VIG.
Right, and
but that's what's supposed to be happening right now. But each coin has its, Bitcoin has its own thing, and Ethereum has its own thing.
Yeah,
so this is going to be like an API between all three of them.
It's going to bring it all together, and you have, Trump is got all kinds of stuff with XRP and the other Elon has had tons of stuff with XRP. So, and it keeps just going up and up and up and up and up.
XRP and Ripple. These are
the same ones.
Oh, XRP is the Ripple.
Yeah.
Why do we talk about it in two different names?
Well, because XRP is the actual digital coin thing.
It's the thing. It's the thing on the stock market.
Trade. That's XRP and then Ripple is the process, I guess, of the universal. I don't know anything about this. This is why I've never invested in it. I mean, I remember talking about Bitcoin, and I thought I missed the mark. I'm like, it's already at $6,000. No way. I'm not buying this at 6,000. Here it is, like 100 and something. It's 100 now.
6,000. It went over. It's over.
Yeah. Right. I just trickle in every Saturday auto money, just
a couple bucks in there. You could buy pieces of it.
Yeah. Trickle in.
I think I got it. Coinbase is the place, right?
And I just set it up to take. I have
a couple $100 of it.
It does
thousands, hundreds of thousands. You're 1%.
Yeah, is that 1%?
Right? 1% trickles in some money every Saturday, so I can give them a high or low. And then on the way here, I looked at one of them and it was really low, and I just bought some more right there because it was at the lowest I've seen in a while. Like must have just dropped for a quick second, so I just hit buy. Just got some at
a low price.
Solana,
and you can trade on Coinbase.
Doge.
Come on,
not that Doge.
No, I know, but Doge is the one that Elon Musk started as a joke.
Right, Doge.
There's no value in it.
Yeah, no, it's
stop.
Oh, and I'm already up.
You're trading like a stock market.
I just hang on.
You buy and sell.
Yeah, buy and sell.
You can sell. You're not selling.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
No dividends or anything like that, right?
No
yield.
It just goes up and up and down and down, and I can see, I'm up 12% so far for since I started.
There's nothing wrong with that.
No,
better than my 3 3/4% I'm getting at these online saving accounts. I'm such a conservative,
just to give me something to look at.
I need like something like that. I mean, I have everything diversified. It's my life is everything is completely diversified.
Right. So you'll
have my
never
risk
win big and you'll never lose big.
Right.
No, actually, that's not true. I actually have very, very, very risky. I mean, I've done financial technology startup companies. I've been an angel investor in like 5 companies. That's ridiculous. I might as well burn that money. That would be that much more valuable. And then I have bonds. It would at least have provided heat for my family for a minute. And this is not going to do jack. So I've got bonds and I've got savings accounts and CDs and I've got everything in between, dude. I've got it all.
Used to do anything stock market related.
Why?
Why is it different?
It's been killer. Yeah. Why is it different?
Well, this is just for fun.
So I'm having fun.
Why wouldn't the stock market?
Because you're such a 1%er. That's why he's such
to me, the stock market is
we're talking about gambling. We're not talking about investing. We're talking about gambling.
Right.
Which is also investing is gambling too.
I'm not going to put my retirement and any of my money that I'm looking to use in the next 20 years into the stock market, IRAs, SEP IRAs, bonds. It's all bullshit. Right.
So what do you put all your retirement money?
I'm in whole life.
There you go.
And I
got that too.
Yeah. And I overfund the shit out of it.
There you go.
I use it all the time. I use it as a
bank. Yeah, me too. Yeah. The funny thing is, in these last couple, when I was doing my offices, right, trying to get a loan to do the offices, I'm like, I banked it off the line of my life insurance. Yeah. I'm like, holy cow, they beat everybody by a lot.
Yeah, they're by 4 or 5% lower than everybody.
Like, I'm like, this is brilliant.
Do you ever think about taking out a whole life policy for one of your associates and having them vest into it and then have it be part of their compensation plan as kind of a golden?
Yeah, I don't know. I never thought about that.
Yeah, why don't you think about that? Francie, what are you doing, man? You should have told him about this opportunity.
Fucking fucker.
Yeah, right.
I think that's where I heard it. I think that's where I heard it. No, I heard it from. I think I heard it from Elise. But anyway, the point is, that is the thing. To kind of create a good compensation plan that has more.
Yeah.
The Daves, there was 2 brothers that I met in, was it Colorado? Must have been Colorado. And talking about this nonprofit. So, for example, doctors come out and they work for a nonprofit hospital. Their loans get written off. Did you hear this? Right? And
how long do they have to work for the nonprofit?
Whatever it is, I don't know. I have no idea. But he was talking about it. I've been trying to get Krista to get me the name. I think his name is Dave, and he's brothers. I think they're out of Texas, maybe, or something like that. 2 brothers. And I'm like, I need more information about that because I got a question. Could you imagine you're battling, which we are for employees?
Yeah.
Right. I need chiropractors and I need physical therapists. And we go to a recruiting company right now. There is over 52 jobs for everyone physical therapist right now in their things. Right. What makes me more valuable? Hey, come work for me. I have a nonprofit. Your student loans get written off. I believe I've become a hell of a lot more attractive than most anybody else at that point. Right.
Yeah.
So now I need to know if this is real, if this is legal.
Right. And setting up there's rules, like federal rules. Like you don't want to mess around with that at all.
Absolutely. No, but if we're doing it the right way and we're able to do that, that's a hell of a niche. Is it niche or niche? Are those the 2 the same?
Niche.
Is niche
and
niche?
You want to attract a person that only wants to come to get their.
The riches are in the niches. Bitches.
Wow. Spring Valley just came out there, man. Holy cow.
That's a sticky spot.
The problem is you're not even getting the opportunity to see if a guy is a stud or not because you're trying to compete in the pool of private equity.
Compete by being a better person.
We are.
I give them a better opportunity.
I'm winning.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
Winning.
I feel like if someone comes to you because you're a nonprofit because they want to get their student loan paid off, they're not picking.
I just want the opportunity. I see the same thing for my patients, right? I want people to give me the opportunity because let's just say they went to Joe Schmo office and they've been going there for 15, 20 years and they think it's the best care they've ever had in their entire lives, right? Mm-hmm. And then they come here and they see what kind of service I provide for my patients.
Right.
And they're like, nobody's ever done. Like my favorite comment on earth is even within the first 10 minutes of my evaluation, my consultation, ever like that. Nobody's asked me that before. Nobody's ever done that before.
Right.
I'm like, you've been going to a chiropractor for 20 years and nobody's done this? And then they come out and they're like, how come nobody's ever done this before? They thought they were getting good care. And I don't blame them.
No,
and I'm sure they have been provided with decent care.
Yeah.
But I know I can provide better care, but I never got the opportunity. And so it's the same thing with now me trying to attract an employee. I want the opportunity for you to see what we can offer you, what we can train you to do, and how you can help our communities and everything like that. I don't know.
You got to then create an opportunity of something special from within.
Yes.
There are 52 physical therapy jobs for every one physical therapist.
Right now.
That's
Yeah.
unbelievable.
Is that nuts?
Yeah.
Clicked in.
And I'm sure Alan would tell us that the statistic is, I think it was 7. For every chiropractor, there's 7 jobs available.
Yeah.
I think
I'll take those odds any day of the week. Do you guys know Brian Torchin?
Yeah.
Right? Torchin was one of the guys.
he's,
He had to change he completely changed his entire payment model because there's nothing he can do right now. So he's
Right,
doing
'cause
all
he
this
can't get
work
you
and nobody's
anybody.
getting
He can't
he's
get
not
you
getting me
anybody.
anything. He goes, you got to pay me up front like 50% because
he gets paid
Only
because
when-
he used to get paid only when he got you somebody.
that's correct.
Right.
And I don't blame him, but I can't, I'm not taking that risk anymore. So,
Right.
you know.
I know Chiro Matchmakers changed their model as well. And I think there's another one, Chiro Pair. It's like
I don't know.
It's an app-based system.
Is Allen's gets other than chiropractors or no?
Yeah,
Chiropractor CAs can get
staff,
physical
CAs,
physical therapy, and
they could also get virtual.
right.
CAs.
I remember that. Yep.
They're doing that. Does he do?
You know what? I'll reach out to him.
Alan's been in that business for a long time, even before Chiro Matchmakers. He was in that business, so he understands it very well. I don't know, because I know he was doing nurse practitioners.
Listen.
So I can't see why they.
It's just a different funnel, right? I mean, it's
Yeah.
the same action, just a different funnel. So who knows? All right. I'll
No,
text him.
you should definitely talk to him.
All right. So, Franson, you're reaching out to me. I'm reaching out to Minor. We got this whole thing going on. It's a chain reaction of events going on over here. So, but what else did you do in Puerto Rico? Is it just was it all fun, or was there some business going on?
Joe and I have connected over the years on, we're interested in the same things. We think in a very similar way. He was instrumental in me experimenting with my idea back in 2020 with regards to the blood chemistry. He's like, why don't you just kick it off to my clinics? And we built the system, and they gave us the feedback that we needed to modify it and create it and fix it and do all that. So Joe's been wonderful. We both also have our own nutritional supplement companies. We're both interested in formulating, and he's manufacturing a few of my products. And so we do business together, and every time we meet, there's another level that we can touch on. It's just always, he's a great CEO. He's his entrepreneurial spirit is awesome. Every time we get together, our minds just go.
Yeah.
And something comes
Ideas.
out of it. Something comes out of it. Always. Something comes out of it always. So we were there last year in March. Maria and I went there, and his girlfriend Olga and Maria get along really well. Olga's awesome. She's a photographer, and she's Romanian. Just a great host. We go to they got penthouse on the beach. You can't ask for anything more. It's just the whole wall slides open.
Oh,
Yeah, that's the
love
best.
that.
It's incredible.
That's the best.
It's
That
incredible.
outdoor, indoor living.
Just
Can't
turn
get
the
that
doors
around
and you
here.
slide it all open.
We had
Good,
some-
but you get the mosquitoes.
Yeah, you can't get that.
we had some meetings, and so there's business that we're doing as a result of that trip. But I went there and relaxed.
Yeah.
And it was just
Got a little color,
Thursday
little vitamin
morning.
D
Yeah,
there.
a little
You see that?
sunshine. A little
You
sunshine
did
was
too, by
great.
the way.
It was hot.
It was hot. Not here. It wasn't.
No.
It was
No.
cold here.
New Jersey sucks.
It's
New Jersey sucks.
cold.
Joe's it over here. What are we doing? I say that every day.
It's just so cold.
It's just
Not yet.
cold.
Not yet.
It's gonna snow today.
It is. It's probably snowing right now.
Sad.
All good. Everything's good.
Can't see. Got me blocked in
Everything
here.
good.
Got me trapped in here. I used to be able to see out this window.
Yeah, Steve put that thing back in there.
Yeah.
We need that in the middle of the night like this. Middle of the night.
4:30. What time is it?
5'10".
Middle of the night.
All right, but you had a big thing that you wanted to talk about. We were not able to talk
What
about
was
it
the
on the.
big thing?
I'm going to tell you because I have to remind you of your big thing. We weren't even to discuss it on our text chain prior. You said don't bring it up until we're on.
Yeah. What was it about?
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
I love it. I
Do you
love
remember?
it. No.
You had a mission trip idea.
Oh, right, that guy.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Maria said no.
She
Yeah,
put the
Nah,
kibosh
come
on
on.
it
No,
already.
no,
That
no,
was
no,
like,
no,
"Yes."
no, no. Listen.
Hold on.
He was
There
like-
it is. There's only one poll left.
He come to my office. He's like, "Yeah, me, you, Pete, we're all gonna go on this
I-
mission trip. It's gonna be phenomenal."
We're
Like,
going.
40 minutes later,
Joe,
it's like, I can't
Joe,
go. I
it's
can't
over.
go. I can't go.
Got it.
Joe,
Got it.
Joe, these two guys are coming
To
next-
Puerto Rico. That's the
No.
mission trip I'm in.
It's
Right.
it's Colombia.
I would do that. I mean, that's
Medellin.
something. Yeah. Oh, well.
They went last year. They shared some of the video content was incredible.
Steve's not allowed to go.
No, it's
You gotta
not.
shut
It's not
down.
that. I needed to make the decision like in 24 hours. Baron Hogue is in charge of it. Like there's a whole bunch of, and I couldn't do it because we just found out that George is going to graduate a year early. So we got to go down to the whole family down to Florida State to Tallahassee for his graduation. We got Easter.
Oh, wait. I thought this was coming up.
It's coming up this March 31st to April.
Okay.
But in those few weeks, I got all these trips,
Got it.
and it's too much. It's just too much.
This is something that they do every year, though?
Well, last year was the first year, and
Oh,
this
okay.
year is the second year, and it's going to be an annual thing.
When we had to leave life and we went up to, a crew of us went up to Logan. Logan, I think it was through Logan or outside of Logan, but that's what I got introduced. And he went to Peru.
Yeah.
And he did a mission trip to Peru. I don't know who organized it, whatnot. I missed out on that for
Oh, yeah,
whatever
yeah.
reason.
I've done
I'm very upset
four.
about that. And I
I've
was
done
like, I
4
want to do
mission
that.
trips. I've done 4, and look, one of the most amazing things is you go to a little village, 2 chiropractors and a student, and there's 800 people waiting for you, and they don't speak the language. You don't even know what the hell you're going to do. They just know there's God,
Doctor.
there's God, an American doctor, and like their priest. Like that's the hierarchy of things. So when you put your hands on them, they just melt. They just melt, and you adjust them. But there's 800 people. So
Yes.
boom.
That's what they said. They were saying that people were walking for 2 days to come to them.
Yeah.
And that was in Peru because it was not in a fancy part of Peru. It was
And
not
I
Lima.
guarantee in that environment, you're going to walk out seeing miracles. Absolute laying on of hand miracles, the kind of stuff that brought us to our profession.
Yep.
The kind of, so it's something every chiropractor should do. And your adjusting skills. I mean,
It's adjusting 800 people. You're
Yeah.
gonna get better. You're gonna get better. Kelly did that in Guatemala, right? She went with her OBGYN friend, her neonatologist friend, and now every time we go anywhere. So when we went to Belize, we stopped at an orphanage, and we did. I mean, I don't call it a mission trip. I mean, we bought toothpaste and toothbrushes, and we bought a lot of stuff, and it was just so fantastic.
So they're in Medellin, and they're like in Pablo Escobar's neighborhood, around the corner from Pablo Escobar's.
No
house.
wonder why he can't go.
Exactly.
There we go. The truth came out. There it is.
There was a kid who was supposed to come and get adjusted, and he was, the government took away his wheelchair.
Why are you laughing?
And they're like, "What do you mean he's not here because he doesn't have a wheelchair?" Yeah, they took his wheelchair away.
They took his.
So they
wheelchair.
went and found and bought a wheelchair, gave it to him, and adjusted it.
Nice. That's so funny. Like the emotions, like he falls
All right, so we're not doing that.
Not this year.
Okay.
Not this year, but next year we're going to do it. We're going to plan it right. It's going to be fun. It's going to be great.
Yeah.
And apparently Medellin is, so Olga, Joe's girlfriend, is, she's a world traveler. She's been everywhere. And she's like, there are some places that she loves. Like she always, like there's this island in Greece that she used to go to. She's like, that's the one place in the world that I just want to go there and go there all the time. She said Medellin is taking over as the top place in the world I've ever been to.
Wow.
The restaurants, the cafes, the quality, the food, the people, the music. She's like, it is absolutely incredible.
Beats Jersey, huh?
Beats Jersey.
All right.
I like it.
Oh well. Now I got nothing more to talk about.
And I wanted to bring my
It's
daughter
over.
too. I wanted to bring Zoe. I think she would, because you bring people, staff, people to help.
Team.
Team.
Yeah, I got it right.
Yeah,
right. Yeah, I'm
You're
learning.
getting there.
I'm learning. I'm still reading the book.
Yeah.
Project 360. Come on.
I just read before I got here. I read for a little bit.
I've read more of that book than a lot, but that's not saying much. I would love it on audiobook. We just started the same audiobook because we heard Eric talking about
Eric
it.
DiMartino brought up on a post.
Buy back your time.
Buy back your time.
Martel, yeah. You've read that one?
I have not. I think Lauren has.
Okay.
Yeah. I forget what this. You can. Can we just Blinkist it?
Maybe, but the Blinkist. The problem with Blinkist is it gives you the summary of like the hard, like the hard facts, but it leaves out stories. Like you learn through stories.
That's what I like. I'm a big fan of the audiobooks because he's actually narrating it, and then because he's narrating it a year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years after he did the book, he goes, well, I'm adding more things that I are you doing the audiobook or are you doing the
audio?
Yeah. Have you gotten to the first part where he talks about the fact he goes, I'm going to just talk in between chapters and everything like that. So did you do drip yet or not drip yet? I'm up to Time Assassins. You'll get there. Don't worry. Don't worry, young Jedi. He'll get there.
I got to that first ad in
where he talks about it. Yeah. Nice. And I also want to, I think I'm going to do something with this podcast, the local bizcast, right? So I need to grow. I need to do that. So,
well, what do you want to do?
I don't know. But
so you got a patient every time I'm in here, like it's like a fishbowl, right? So this guy, he's got a beard. I love the guy. Because I spoke to him like weeks ago.
Okay.
So
where's he going? You want me to follow you?
No.
I can't follow you out there. Don't run into the door again.
Like that? Well, because maybe he thinks you're a gorilla.
And I'm either doing
you should pick your ass and eat it or something like that.
He comes to the door and he just stares at me, and I kind of give him a little thumbs up, but I'm doing a podcast or whatever. Anyway, I got to talk to him the other day.
You tell him to stop. Listen, you're fucking up my podcast.
He's a retired attorney. He's from Bergen County. He's just such a nice guy.
All right,
such a nice guy, and he's here all the time.
We have a lot of people who are here. They like to hang out. You know what it is? As soon as they open up these doors, they feel better. Even before they get to a provider, they're feeling better the second they open up the doors.
So never mind.
Oh, fuck me. I'll go fuck myself.
What's the
two doctors?
No. There's a sense of urgency that you have regarding the local bizcast. So
what's the problem?
No, it's just because I just saw that text. We got to turn those phones upside down. I don't want to talk to that guy. Jesus. No, it wasn't a sense of urgency. It was just something like, okay, it was from the book, to tell you the truth, right? So if you get to drip, the one part of it is doing something and it produces something. Like there's just like the corner of the thing, right? Mm-hmm. And this is something like he goes, this is what you're fired up about, and it's gonna make you money.
Yeah.
Right. And I'm like, I'm trying to, day to day with the insurance stuff, so you don't have to deal with that. That drags me down out of there.
Don't
right?
touch me.
So I'm gonna touch you.
Don't touch me.
Oh, yeah. He wanted to introduce you because we were talking about the local bizcast, and he wanted to introduce you to the guy from Jack's.
That's correct. He did. He's coming on. Jack. He's coming on. Chris is coming on. I had that. I did that in a minute.
Have you been to that place?
Oh yeah, I love that place. So I haven't been to the new one because I keep on forgetting that they opened up.
Yeah, I didn't even know it was there.
What is? Have you ever Jack's Cafe? It was in this little like train trolley. It was like a little train car type of restaurant right across the street from the Westwood train station, and he was there for years.
Yeah,
and then.
Big Bruce Springsteen guy. He's got
he's got like
stuff and
10 tables, 15 tables at the max.
Greasy Spoon, you have breakfast.
Phenomenal. Diner, like anything, yeah. But the dinners were fantastic. It wasn't just diner food. Right. It was really well. I never went there for dinner, but we catered from there. It was out of this world. Like they did an Italian thing. It was just awesome. But so they closed up because
I'm sure there's a ton of people like me who used to go there and they're like, I didn't know he reopened somewhere else.
Yeah, I said the same thing, and I keep on forgetting about it. So now he's in Rivervale. He did a pop-up over by my Park Ridge practice at the B&M, and then he just opened up again. Yeah, and then he opened up back again in Rivervale. So I got him coming on. Actually, it's gonna be the 10th, I think. So what happened was that we were testing this. I was testing it with you guys, and I started testing it. Was doing it. I said, "Screw it. Let me go ahead and get my schedule together."
Yeah.
And so I put a thing out into one of the local Facebook groups. I might have said this before, and I booked like 30 shows right now. So I got people, and I'm like out through July, August, and I'm like, oh man, I'm like, it's going out too long. I need to get more people in here now. So now I'm doing them 2 days a week. So it's really starting to.
And you're getting them to share it. You're getting them to share it on their social media.
I am, and it's just that's what's going slow. Like, because I don't know necessarily. I started asking people, right, as you told me, right. So if you're enjoying this, please hit like, subscribe, the whole 9 yards.
I'm in Montvale. He didn't ask me to come on Local Bizcast.
You want to come on a Local Bizcast?
You didn't ask me. Now I'm asking you.
Everybody.
Huh?
I ask everybody.
You didn't ask.
I asked Ty Mocha guy. I asked him to come on here.
Who?
Ty Mocha, our coffee guy.
Oh, okay.
I ask everybody, man.
But you didn't ask me. You didn't.
You want to? You want to?
I want to be on the show.
All right.
I want to be on the show.
I had the president of the CIA NJ on here last week.
Yeah, what
big time?
What
big time?
CIA, like Central Intelligence?
No, it's the Commerce and Industry Association of New Jersey, which is bigger than the CIA in the state of New Jersey.
I don't know.
So it's actually, it is, the CIANJ is the top businesses in the state. It is all, like, you got the CEO of United Healthcare, you the CEO of Blue Cross Blue Shield on there, you have the CEO of the banks on there, you have all the pharmaceutical companies on there, and everything like that. Like, these are big wigs. This guy is politics, he's industry, he's commerce, he's everything like that. He's no joke. He was, his name is Anthony Russo. He was just, I could have, it was so easy. It went so quick. It was unreal. But
I don't trust those Irish guys.
He's first generation, he was saying too. So, so yeah, I'm getting some pretty good hitters, but I'm not. It's not, the channel's not growing. I like 50 subscribers and stuff like that, and my Instagram's not necessarily growing. So I got to learn how to do that. So.
When these local business owners come into your practice to come in here to do the local bizcast, they look around. They see
that's correct.
It's about you.
And I said, I'm honest with everybody, as selfless as you think this may be. And it is. I don't want to charge anybody. This is trying to another avenue, another vehicle for local businesses to promote their business. And I'm happy to help. But number two, I am bringing you into my office. You're seeing what's going on over here. Number three, I'm bringing you into this podcast room because I'm renting out the podcast room. Number four, 5DF, whatever I'm at. 5F. I had one girl who came in. She was a makeup artist. She had 14,000 followers. And did I tell you this story? So I put like a little promo post on. It was not even my best. And I'm trying to work on those promo posts and everything like that. And I hit that at they tell me on Tuesday nights or Tuesdays I should post at like 3 p.m. or something like that. So actually it was later than that. It was like 4:30 p.m. or something like that. And so I posted at 4:30. I get back to my phone at 7:30 when I got done, and I got like 12,000 likes or something like that. I'm like, oh my God, I did it. Meanwhile, I realized it was just all her friends because I tagged her.
That's the point.
Right, exactly. So I mean, I kind of get the idea, but I have
but
to.
You have these 30 people.
Yeah.
And go through their social media and grab the ones that have the biggest following.
Yeah.
That way you grow yours.
That's it. I invite them as collaborators, right?
Yeah.
So then they accept as collaborators, and I start to gain some traction. And listen, I've grown my Instagram base, and I'm no 795,000 over here, buddy. But
no. But what you can do is repost, right? Like you could repost with the YouTube link for like 8 weeks straight.
Yeah.
You can just.
Well, I got the guy from London doing my stuff, but I think you got your guy going to start to do a little bit of that. Yeah, Toros.
Yeah, we're gonna get Toros.
Toros are going to do some 3 Dogs coffee action over here. We got
hearing about it.
We're spouting out business. People want to hear this stuff. No.
Yeah.
Well,
no, they do.
Maybe that's where I got it wrong. You know what? That they don't want to hear it at all.
I don't want to hear it.
So, oh well.
Yeah.
We lost Chris a long time ago.
Yeah.
You want nothing to do with this.
Nothing. No.
You want to be interviewed. Of course you want to be.
You don't want to come on the local bizcast?
Of course he does. You know why? Because he needs a front desk person. He needs.
Well, that's the whole idea.
Communicate his philosophy behind
Yes, you do.
Practice and how you
I'm not in
train your team.
You don't have to be a Montvale. Local business.
Local.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah.
It had nothing to do with
you never
Montvale.
asked me and him. Well, I've never asked us. We're in the room with you. We created you. How are you not going to ask us?
We invented you.
Right.
You know what?
Jackass.
I'll tell you what.
By the way,
it's not you, it's me. I'm not ready for you guys yet. You guys are too big.
Local Bizcast is my brainchild.
It is.
Because it was called what? Like
some stupid.
The local town cast or something like that. Yeah.
Oh.
Silly town cast.
Silly. You silly little boy.
Jackass.
That's so stupid. What's wrong with me?
And then he can't even ask you to be on.
No, I'm not ready for you yet. I got it. Everything has to be, it's really starting to come around a little bit. I'm very happy with it. It flows. So even my wife tells me I'm good at this. She doesn't tell me I'm good at anything.
You're great at it.
She hates me.
Well, that's understandable.
It is. I completely understand it. I mean, but the fact is, she's giving me compliments. That's
That's a
good.
big
That's a
deal.
good thing. That's a big deal.
It's a big deal.
I want to make her proud.
Yes.
It's important.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Stupid. Yeah.
Anyway,
Shit.
so that's that.
All right. So getting back to whatever the hell else we were talking about.
He was talking about making America healthy again.
That was the whole theme.
Yeah.
That was the theme of the weekend.
Yeah.
I mean, they always have like the breakouts for marketing. They always have
Yeah.
breakouts for, was
Yeah,
there
they-
anything interesting? Was the
Any
guy from
valuable?
Australia there? The guy from Australia is awesome.
There was the Australian instructor.
Yeah, what is his name?
I don't know, but he was there.
Young, good-looking guy. He's
He was down in
He's a
USC
partner.
in Boca, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
there's a couple guys from Australia, but yeah,
Yeah.
they were there.
no. You're talking about the other Australian guy.
How many Australian guys we
They
got?
have a large
Yeah,
group.
yeah.
of
We have a
Australians.
large Australian chiropractic contingency, huh?
Yeah,
I don't think I knew that.
TRP has an Australian event. I think twice a year.
twice a year. They go twice a year to Australia. I'm not doing that.
No. You don't wanna go to Australia?
I have no desire to go.
12
That-
hours.
Really?
I
I mean, if you're going to stay there for a few weeks,
I have
you know?
no desire to see China. I have no desire to go to Australia.
Really?
I have no
Wow.
desire to be on an airplane for that long.
I want to see everywhere.
I want to see it all, but I'm not getting on a plane that long.
Yeah.
I want to go to Dubai.
I went to
I want
Dubai.
to go to Dubai.
It was fantastic. Why? It's
It's
gold.
too far.
It's not that far. What is
No,
it? 12
but-
hours?
But if I'm spending 6 weeks in Greece,
Then you
you
go
come,
to
you
Dubai.
visit me, you hang
Yeah.
out, you do Greece, and then you just do a 3-hour flight to Dubai from
You
there.
got to break it up. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
you
not
break it up.
Otherwise, I'll never.
I remember we were going on our honeymoon. We were going to the Maldives. And they're like, okay, so, you can go through Germany, and it was in 2008. And they're like, or you can go through Dubai. And this was like when Dubai was building the Palm Islands,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
World Islands. And we're like, wait, what? You gave us Germany first. No offense to Germany, but like, don't you think you should have thrown to Dubai? So we changed our whole trip. We went through Dubai, and it was
But apparently,
incredible.
there's only 3 months that you can go to Dubai.
It's freaking hot.
Oppressively hot.
It was.
for
We were
7
there
days.
in October. It was hot.
Yeah.
So what 3 months is it? Because
Like
I don't know if October.
January, February, and that's it.
Like you couldn't even step on the sand. Like you want to get to the water, and you couldn't step on the sand to get to the water. It was that hot.
What are the beaches like in Dubai? Nice.
Yeah, I mean, it was the beach that we went to was at the with the hotel. We were at the Jumeirah Hotel, and it was so they're fantastic. I mean, everything is taken care of. We were there at the top of the top because it was not too much after that. The mortgage crisis that killed everything,
Right.
and it really dropped down. I mean, to the point where only a year later, all those $6 million Bugattis and everything like that we were seeing driving around by 15-year-old kids were just left on the streets. Like they literally just left them on the streets and left.
we got to take
So,
those.
you got to get to those.
Gotta get those.
But so it was at the top of the top, and it was being taken care of. Like, oh my god, it was incredible. It was a
And-
lot of fun. You should go to Dubai.
I want to, but I'm not driving there.
You
Not
can't
flying.
drive.
No, you know what I mean?
So-
you can't
Not
drive. There.
flying.
You're 100% right. You're
I'm not
driving.
flying. right, right. that's
Toros
right.
is in Dubai. Toros is in Dubai. I have patients.
We
in
got
Dubai.
connections in Dubai.
Yeah.
All right.
I got a
Toros
so
is
the
better.
Cleveland Clinic in Abu Dhabi is entertaining me coming over there. So if I go to Abu Dhabi, I'm going.
You got to go with it, man. Go to the UAE. Come on.
Are you allowed to bring porn on your laptop?
No, I don't believe you can. You better be careful with that. Dude. You just gotta. You better.
I can't.
Get yourself a nice air gap computer or something like that. So I can't go.
I'm out.
I can't
I'm
go.
out.
I'm out. I'm out.
You sound like Mark Cuban, and for that reason, I'm out.
Right.
I'm out. Yep.
I have my garage done, by the way.
Fantastic. You got your lift in and everything.
Lift is now I had my new garage doors raised
All
and
right.
painted, and then I did my whole floor and
You spec'd. You spec'd it a little bit. Little
spec'd it,
spec. Yeah. All right.
Uh,
But you don't have a car to put on the lift.
no, not yet. Lift. I didn't get the lift yet either.
Oh, you didn't get the lift.
I find it hard to believe that if you were a Lamborghini dealer and you were going to make a sale, that they wouldn't just take one.
They
drive
will.
To your
The
house.
guy I'm working with is. It's just I have to decide on which vehicle
God.
and
I mean, we're teeing it up for here on the Three Docs Coffee.
Right,
Here. Are you
right.
kidding me? I'm like, I would have 4 Lamborghini dealers hauling you right now. But like, come on.
the McLaren is giving really good incentive deals right now, so they're battling. Yeah, really crazy deals.
Wow.
Like they want to move cars badly. So
Not the Audi R8s.
they don't make those anymore. You should
No,
be
I
getting
know.
them.
I know.
You're
You keep
making
on
a
telling me
mistake.
that. I was at Audi dealership. As you can see, I have a donut on my car.
Mhm.
So I was looking. They don't have any nice cars in the dealership anymore. What happens to the nice ones?
People buy them, but you should be getting yourself.
Do they still make the S4?
Yep, but the R8 is no longer made. That thing holds value like it'll never. It's an.
He still sends them over to me.
You're an Audi guy. That's what you should be getting.
I'm not a car guy though.
Oh.
I got a donut on my car. You see my donut?
No.
Huh.
I love cars.
You like supercars?
Exotic supercars, yeah.
You a Bugatti guy?
I mean, no, I wouldn't even know. I wouldn't get. I don't like the way they look. They look weird to me.
Little buggies,
Yeah.
like Bugattis, buggies.
It's like a beetle.
Yeah,
it looks like a big long beetle. No, I like the way I like the look of like the cars.
those Lambos, those Ferraris. You're not a Ferrari guy, but
no Ferraris.
But they kind of look a little bit
Yeah.
similar when you get to that level.
Yeah, so we'll see. And we're working on it. I'm working with your lease guy.
Yeah.
We're his buddy.
Jim is a great guy.
Yeah, I'm working with Christian, who is one of his guys over there. And
We got to get him here for the local BizCast.
All right,
Jim is.
we got your girl Jessica McCarthy. McCarthy.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. She's been killing it on social media too.
Yeah.
She's been doing a great job.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you
We
could be
just
the
run out of
you,
stuff,
you could be the best of anything, and nobody knows who you are.
Right.
You gotta get the
Yeah.
word out.
How did they do it before social media? Because now you have this avenue that was never there before.
Radio,
Yeah.
radio advertising was a big thing, especially in our profession. Newspapers and those like killer ads. Remember the killer ads?
I ran killer ads.
Yeah, people like that. That stuff worked.
Yeah, I ran killer ads. What was that guy's name? That did the killer
Yeah, I
ads?
can't remember his
I
name.
don't know, but
It wasn't the personal injury guy, right? The
The guy with the Italian last name.
Yes.
So he was a legend. That guy. He was a great mark.
wasn't that the same thing? Killer ads and that guy maybe. What was It was an Italian guy.
Yeah, he was out in California, right? He was a San Francisco
You
guy.
could your guess is as good as mine. I have
Yeah,
no
I can't
idea,
remember
but
his name.
I ran killer ads for sure.
it works. Marketing works.
Not only that, but doing events.
Events. That's how I built the practice
Yeah.
events. We're gonna get back into it now.
I was always a grassroots kind of guy. This is actually, I'm having a conversation with one of my directors now that we promoted in my Park Ridge practice. Because we're doing Google and we have something called a HIPAA server where the Google ads click and stuff like that. It's all passive marketing. I've never done that. So we're just now, for the last couple of years putting money into that. And he goes, well, Montvale's getting like 20 of them and I'm only getting 3 in Park Ridge. I says, listen, man, that's all gravy. That's not how we built the Spine and Health Center. Spine and Health Center was built on grassroots, right? We went to runs and walks and street fairs, and we did lectures at Mercedes-Benz and KPMG and BMW, and it took forever to get into those companies to even be able to do that. So
yeah, why not continue that? What would make you not do that anymore?
I think we just we got
2020.
It was 2020, probably.
That's when we had to cancel all of our stuff.
Yeah. We lost
They
the
wouldn't let
momentum
us
on it.
5 years later. I mean,
Yeah, well, that's what we're saying.
There's traffic back in Montvale.
That
All
is
these
true. The companies are back, and there's no reason why we can't get back into there.
Yeah. All the street fairs and everything are back up and
Uh-huh.
running, and all the events are rocking and rolling.
What were your good events? What were the ones that were successful, and then what were the ones that you actually enjoyed?
I think I didn't enjoy any of them.
Got it.
Period. And I don't think any of them could point one that says it was successful. I think it's just repetition and just seeing you constantly.
Exposure.
I actually had a lady come in 2 weeks ago, and we did an event at the bowling alley, and she was there 15 years ago, and she came in because we were there 15 years ago. She's like, you've been on my mind. I was like, for 15 years? I said, you are the longest, slowest decision maker I've ever met in my life. She's like, I know.
And look how much you've degenerated.
Yeah,
Right?
you have lost. I can't fix you now. You're fucked now.
So I used to do dinner talks, and if I got a minimum of 20 people, the math was 40%. So 40% of the people would show up to the event that signed up for the event. 40% of those would do the introductory offer.
Got it.
And 40% of those became full.
Yeah.
So for every dinner of 20, you would close 1 or 2.
Well, I used to do 40 to 60. So we would close 5 or 6.
Yeah.
And it was worth it.
Absolutely.
Not only that, I enjoyed it. Like that. That is my that's when I'm in the zone.
And you were talking about not what you're doing now.
Metabolic health.
No, it was metabolic health.
Yeah, it was metabolic health.
Yeah, we used to do dinner talks too. I used to do the Morocco's. Had a private room. and they were fun.
Yeah.
Fill a room, 30, 40 people.
Yeah. Didn't they put limit?
But if 15 showed up, it was like either you closed all 15 or you closed none of them.
Yeah, it's tough. I think the leading up to it was tough, with us making sure, the team was getting people signed up. And
well, the marketing to get people asses in the seats got very expensive.
Yeah.
Facebook prices went through the roof.
It got tough.
Yeah.
Fact is, though, if nobody is doing it now, they probably drop their prices for stuff like that. Again, you're just competing for advertising space.
No,
you're not
it was
competing
interesting. We actually did a bunch of them on postcards.
Yeah.
Because mailboxes are empty.
Yeah.
Mailboxes are empty, and people they're looking for an incentive.
We just called people.
Local.
We just called people.
Cold called?
Cold called to get
Would you
people.
phone book?
Phone book.
Started with A?
No. What was the name of that cold calling company that was real popular?
I don't remember.
The robocallers?
Yeah, not robocallers. These were like people.
Oh.
Like people. AI. Oh, Steve came out with an AI version of himself now that's on the vault, where you can just ask it a question.
Oh, he built it like a GPT of himself.
Yeah. So he put it up there, and he had never seen it before, and it went up there, and it was an AI version of him,
right,
asking his chat GPT of his vault a question, and it would ask it, and then he would come on and give the answer. So it's every single thing on his vault that you can now just ask, and he will come on and give you the answer.
We have been talking about that in our accountability group for the last, I would say, 6 weeks now. Billy Sticker was working on it. He actually gave us a test of it, right? Of answering the phones and then answering the questions. He goes, man, we just started, and this is how good this is.
It was crazy. And he was like, I can't watch myself take that down. It was so funny. He was so shy. He's like, this is the first time I'm seeing it. That's not even me. All right, I'm done. I can't look at my robot self, ask him my.
So it's not like a cartoon. It's like trying to be very.
No, it's real. It's him.
It's
him. It's his voice. It's him. I think Davila was working on something like that as well after he saw or he heard Billy's and stuff like that, and we were talking about that. But you can have just like this. You wouldn't even know. You look at me on that screen, and I'm pointing and I'm doing all this kind of stuff. And you're asking me a question. I'm going into our internal database, so his TRP stuff, right? Because you want to just instead of using ChatGPT, where they're going to go out and they're going to get to information, you can actually create your AI around your information, and it sticks to only your information. You actually have to close it off. In order to do so.
It was pretty crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty nuts.
Well, I'm going to be on a call with Steve tomorrow at 1:00 with our group. So I'm going to have him reach out to you.
Yeah, maybe.
You got to give him a golden ticket.
Oh, the golden ticket.
When's the next event?
June 5th and 6th. Retention.
He needs retention.
I'm going to.
This guy needs
retention.
Really. By the way, Jay Greenstein, who has 3 practices in the Maryland, D.C. area that are just like yours.
Okay.
Insurance-based rehab, and he is a TRP client, and it's amazing just for him. I'm watching him wrap his mind around, making the conversion from insurance to
cash.
So
I mean,
he'd be a good person to talk to.
Absolutely.
Jay's a sweetheart.
I love him. He's great.
You don't.
Yeah, well, when we met him originally in Vegas, and then he was at your house for the Greek Easter over there.
Correct.
Most of the people, including Kelly's brother, my brother-in-law, says like you just got to chop your arm off. Like you just can't go half-ass. If you're gonna go cash, that's it. Go cash, because otherwise you rely on insurance to be your crutch.
Yeah,
you just never going to do it. So
I don't know if you necessarily have to go.
But you offer physical therapy and rehab, and I mean
Mm-hmm.
it's different. It's not like you're just offering
chiropractic
service that you can package into a corrective care plan.
Right?
You could.
We're working.
I'm sure you could.
No, I mean every day we come up like we have like almost like it started with Kelly with the functional medicine stuff.
Yeah.
She goes, why don't we at least start with like 3 tiers, right? Your basic, get out of pain.
That's
then
right.
your next, get out of pain plus, and then your wellness package.
Or your insurance fulfilled their
Right.
obligation.
That's
The
it.
insurance
Your
fulfilled
acute
their
care was
obligation.
done, and
Acute
now
care is
we're
over.
going to talk about maintenance and wellness. And
This is where we can go from here. Your insurance is not going to cover you for that.
Yes.
And this is what it's going to cost.
Right. So there's
Absolutely.
3 mistakes that when I'm coaching people that I see all the time, and the first one is what you're trying to do is build tiers, because 99% of the people are just going to pick the first tier because they have no idea what the fuck you're talking about.
Right.
Got it.
Right. So building tiers is just going to be frustrating to you because you're in your heart, you want them to pick the third tier. 99% are going to pick the first tier. You're going to be troubleshooting why no one's picking a third tier your entire time. And then you're going to have this lack energy and mindset, and it's going to be frustrating. So fuck the tiers, right?
Just go for the top.
And then just
That's what we're offering.
And then just create a plan that, like he said,
This is my best recommendation for you.
Right. Your insurance is going to pay this many visits, but your care needs this many visits.
Right.
So, this
We kind of do that now, but it's
Right.
all like, per visit.
Right.
We try to put packages together.
Yeah,
but
so
it's,
you should just not try. You just put together.
Yeah.
And then you can have a smaller package, or but you don't want to have a paying
Tiers, got it.
option
Got
because
it.
it's never, because, or the other thing that I see all the time, and I recently had one of the guys I'm coaching do and try to do, which is the second worst thing you can do, is get them in and then try to
bait and switch them.
get them in for their insurance visits, and then try to educate them into wellness, and then try to sell them a bigger plan when they're already feeling better. It's no one's taking anything when they feel better.
Yeah.
Nobody. Right?
Yep.
So, because they're better. You're not gonna say, well, now give me $3,000 and because you're better. They're gonna be
makes
like,
sense. I think I delve into this once we do the decompression. I'm like, I want to go gung ho with that, but because I've never done a corrective care like you've done.
you just make plans, make 24 visit plans, and just start there. Because if you're not, if you're not doing any structural rehabilitation, you don't really need longer plans, because right. I don't know what you're basing your.
No, we're doing rehab. We do exercise rehab.
Right.
We don't do
Functional
curve.
rehab.
Functional rehab.
What are you looking to achieve after?
Right.
Like, how are you measuring that? Right. How am I going to
You're
measure?
doing functional rehab.
Functional rehab.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So you have to figure out the research and science behind functional rehab and per injury, right? So like low back takes this amount of time to get,
Sure.
and then add in some wellness.
That's kind of what our beta tested. What do we call it? The pilot program, right? So you've got local neck or back pain, and you have radicular neck or back pain, and it starts kind of, well, obviously if it's radicular, it's a little bit more complicated. However, this is where all the tiers come in. All right. If you are a 22-year-old healthy, this, that, the other thing with radicular low back pain, that's different than a 65-year-old diabetic with hypothyroidism and obesity and alcoholism, and you have a lumbar ridic, right? You've got to get them metabolically much healthier.
So just to NHANES is the big research project that came out in 2018, like one of the biggest in the world. And they basically said only 12% of Americans are metabolically healthy. So 88%, right? Only 6.8% of Americans, adults, are in optimal cardiovascular condition. 6.8%. A full 1/3 of American adults are pre-diabetic. If you add hyperinsulinemia, it's probably 2/3. 90% of them don't know. So this is in your waiting room. Like, these are the people in your waiting room. And so what do? We say physical, chemical, and mental stress cause subluxation. Or you could say, what is it? Toxins, traumas, and thoughts, right? The 3 T's. Clearly, the chemical and the toxin conversation is massive right now, and everybody gets it. So on the trauma side, on the physical side, we have scanning technology, X-rays, MRIs, physical exam, all the things that would look at their structural health. What is that for their chemical health? It's a blood panel. The relationship between poor metabolic health and inflammation, immunity, cardiovascular function. I mean, every single system in the body is clear. So if somebody comes in with migraine headaches, there's a metabolic component. If somebody comes in with a chronic lumbar or cervical issue, there's a metabolic component. So if everybody deserves scanning technology and X-ray, everybody deserves a comprehensive set of blood work. But what they don't deserve is for them to have that blood work read to them by their medical doctor, because
Or
in
me.
the absence of right, but
right.
in the absence of pathology, what are they offering?
Yeah,
Nothing. Right. So even they say now there's research that shows that when you go for your annual physical, you might be taking a greater risk going for your annual physical than never going for your annual physical at all with your medical doctor. And here's why. An annual physical is so the blood work is a basic metabolic panel, 7 markers. It's a lipid panel, it's TSH, and that's it. So what's that going to pick up? Frank disease.
Right.
That's it. That's all it can pick up. Then they look in your mouth. Why? To see if you have an acute infection. They look in your ear. Why? To see if you have an acute infection or wax. They look in your eyes to do like a cursory bullshit cranial nerve exam, as if you have, if you have a brain tumor. They auscultate your lungs, see if you have, I don't know, COPD,
pneumonia,
right? Pneumonia,
asthma, wheezing.
They check your heart rate, they check your blood pressure, and your temperature. Why do they check your temperature? See if you have a fever. So they're only checking you for frank chronic disease or an acute situation. Right. In the absence of any of that, you're
healthy.
You're fine. See you in a year.
Right.
But what do? They grab the guy who's 32 years old. They check his LDL. It's 110. Get him on statins, and he's got high blood pressure.
Right.
Get him on blood pressure lowering medication. So the risk of going to is to be on polypharmacy sooner than you ever would have been
if you didn't go.
And you're taking a greater risk. Even blood pressure. Having a full bladder can raise your blood pressure by 10 points. Right. Not having your arms supported can raise your blood pressure by 10 points. Yeah. Using the wrong size cuff, positioning it wrong, all of it can give false positives.
Yeah. You get potassium stuff going on when there's certain pressures and stuff you can't do too.
Right.
When you're getting blood work, you got to be careful too, because you get false reads if they do. It's sad. It's crazy.
So the annual medical exam can be more risky than not.
Because they're looking to put you on shit.
Right.
Yeah.
What we should be doing is having now, like you said, you shouldn't be reading, but their metabolic health should be looked at with the mindset of how you look at a spine.
That lady call you?
Yeah. I got to call her tomorrow.
I'm just starting to send my people to you.
I'm talking to I'm talking to her and her husband tomorrow.
All right, good.
What did you say? I missed it. What?
No one calls me back.
All right. Did you call them back?
No. Of course, they're scheduled.
They're funny.
Because it was either talk to them on, I think it was Friday, talk to her on Friday, or talk to both her and her husband at the same time on Monday. So I'm going to talk to them tomorrow.
That's the way to go.
Yeah.
Nice. That's fun. Yeah. They're very nice.
Yeah.
Nice, deep Italian, like real Italian.
Ends with vowel type of stuff. I got it.
She food preps on Sunday, making her gravies and her pasta.
Oh yeah.
I got a book recommendation.
Oh, there we go.
Audio only.
You don't have to tell me.
I love that.
There's no other option.
Right.
I just want to let you know.
We can't read. Look at us.
I have his book for 8 weeks. I've gone 36 pages.
Right.
I do a page a week.
Me too, and I fall asleep.
Yeah. Alan referred it to me, and then I was in Puerto Rico, and Sebastian's like, "Dude, you gotta read this." I mean, you gotta read this.
Sound like that too.
And it's the story of Jerry Weintraub, the Hollywood agent. It's called "I'll Stop Talking When I'm Dead" is the name of the book. And you listen to it and you appreciate it because Jerry Weintraub from the Bronx, so he's one of us.
One of us.
One of us.
And
he's more one of me than he is one of you. I'm just letting you know.
I could tell.
Just to hear like what his childhood was like, and we could relate to going into the city and looking for a job and bullshitting your way to get the job and all that stuff. But it's such a great book because he talks about, it's almost like this guy's Forrest Gump going through history. Like he starts out this kid from the Bronx with no special talents or anything like that. Next thing you know, he's managing Elvis Presley, Frank Sinatra, John Denver.
Sounds like Jimmy Iovine.
It's an unbelievable list of stories being told by a guy who absolutely understands exactly how lucky he's been in his life, but also, you know, you learn some things. You learn how to communicate with people. You learn the importance of relationships. You learn to be a BSR artist, but at the same time know when to be absolutely honest and truthful. You know, in your, like, for example, he was talking to some mobster because you had to, right? Because in those days they were just involved in theater businesses and all this stuff in New York.
Involved in everything.
And and he's like, listen, Mr. So-and-so, I got to tell you, I'm a little nervous because I don't do anything illegal. You know, I don't want to do anything illegal. So he's, you know, going to this mobster. He's like, dude, you're a criminal. I don't want to deal with you. Like, that's basically what he's saying. And the mobster was like, okay, I tell you what, I'll help you out if you promise me one thing. Don't ever do anything illegal, because once you do, you're in my world, and then I'll leverage you.
Right.
So they've become great friends, right? They become great friends. And he was about to buy a theater in Brooklyn. So the gangster calls him up and goes, "You lied to me." He's like, "What are you talking about?" He goes, "You said you wouldn't do anything illegal." It's like, "What? I'm buying a theater. It's not illegal. We got contracts." He goes, No. I got the contracts with that theater. You're going to be doing business with me. So I highly suggest you do not buy the theater. Otherwise, you'll be doing things illegal. Right. And then you're in my world. You know, it's just great stories like that. Like how he got Elvis Presley. Like he had to go to Colonel Tom Parker or whatever that guy was, and so Elvis's manager is a famous guy, and he went to that guy, and you know, this is in the 70s when Elvis is starting to fall apart or whatever. So the guy goes, "Yeah, all right, you know, you want Elvis? You want to take him out on tour? That's fine. I tell you what, meet me at this restaurant, and tomorrow, check for $1 million, and you got him." He's like, "Okay, great. I'll see you then." He's like, $1 million. You know, in those days, $1 million was really $1 million.
Yeah, sure.
Like very few people had access to $1 million. Anyway, he swung it, put it all together, shows up with a check made out, cashier's check made out to Elvis Presley for $1 million, and just handed it to the guy. And the guy walked over to a safe. He put it in the safe, and he's like, "I just realized at that moment that I just handed a cashier's check for $1 million. I don't have a contract."
Yeah, you know, he doesn't even know.
There's no lawyers been called. They didn't even talk about what they're going to do. All he said was, "I want to take him out on tour for a series of concerts." But it's your word.
Yeah.
Like business back then was
not anymore.
No.
Oh no.
Triggered.
For all of those who may be listening here, even when they tell you it's about their word, it ain't about the word anymore. No.
That's funny.
But
what would
leverage, the leverage was, you can make money from me, right? So I'm not gonna fuck you because you're gonna make money from me again and again.
It's a win-win.
Again.
Sure.
So it's
relationship.
It's not like back then people weren't criminals and you know.
No, but the word meant something back then.
Or you got shot.
I still think it means something now, but it again, as long as you serve a purpose. As soon as you don't serve a purpose,
but then that's not what the word.
But
that's not what the word is about, right? I mean,
I know.
You know what would be better with the word is like, "Hey, man, by the way, we had an agreement and we had a deal. You ain't really keeping up with your deal. We need to have a conversation." That at least is the word, right? So, you know, getting blindsided
and solving problems.
Don't trigger me. I got to go home to my family after this. I'm going to go beat my wife. And then
I'm going to be meeting my family in Park Ridge in 15 minutes.
Where are you going?
We're going to Aegean. Greek food.
Have you been there before?
Yeah, of course.
Were you there before when it was Greek Corner Grill?
Yeah, of course.
And
we were there when they first opened.
Sure. What do you like better?
So the family was nice for Greek Corner.
Yes.
The food was okay.
The
food was a perfect local place to go.
Yeah.
But the guy was a miserable prick.
He was not happy.
He was
His
just
son was a happier guy.
Yeah, the son was good. His wife was good.
Yeah.
He was a miserable prick, and nobody wanted to go there.
Yeah.
So in Greek, we have a word mudra, which means the face. Like you go in there, and the guy's got the face on, and and my brother couldn't stand going. Anyway, the new people bought it.
Yeah.
And they were partners in a place that we go to in Astoria called Bahari. And
love Bahari.
And they really
You're supposed to
raised
take
the
us
level
there.
of the food.
Yeah,
supposed to
remember
go
that?
there.
Remember you're supposed to.
You're
What's
supposed
the other
to
one?
take
Stazzi. What's the other one in?
Stamatis.
Stamatis
I
and
just hear all
Bahari.
these words.
Bahari is amazing. I've never been to Stamatis.
Kiklades is the best one. That's the one. we gotta go.
Kiklades. That's in Astoria too.
That's in Astoria.
All right, so then we're going to Kiklades.
Gotta
We're
go.
taking the wives and the girls.
That's the best one.
And the girls.
Telly's
can't take my
Taverna.
wife and
Telly's
my girl.
Taverna is
We
great.
went to a wonderful gluten-free Italian restaurant in the city last night.
Oh, what was the name of it? Where was it on the east
75th?
side?
No, Upper West Side, 75th and Columbus, and it was called Parpadella. The gluten-free menu
Dude,
was 3 pages long. I've never seen more gluten-free.
there's
offered
a
ever. It was
gluten-free
amazing.
Italian restaurant in Manhattan. I can't remember. It starts with a B. I can't remember the name. You couldn't get gluten there if you asked for it. Like there is no gluten-free menu because
It's only gluten-free,
including the what do they call those desserts? Those tiramisu.
Yeah. They had all that, but
no.
they had this place has been there for
What is it called?
47 years. Parpadella.
Parpadella.
Parpadella, 75th and Columbus. A little shout out to you guys. Phenomenal. I have the tagliatelle. I had gluten.
The gluten.
Family did.
Tagliatelle restaurant have gluten.
It was so good. Oh my
You've been bad
God.
lately. So
Gluten free.
bad
No, I
lately.
had a gluten free meatball. The kids wanted gluten free garlic bread. It was fantastic. That's what they wanted, as you said. Like if you're gonna go gluten free, why are you even eating all that stuff? So I eat the real stuff.
Yeah. It's like buying something that says keto on it. You know?
Right.
I mean, here's a bagel. It says keto on it. So
Right.
have
But
6 of them.
I find I don't know. You hear what I was talking about. I find myself like today. I go to the carnivore now. I mean, I just had a little corned beef before, just the corned beef.
Yeah,
And
this
I don't put bread. I don't use any of that.
This was more carbohydrate than I've had in the last 3
It
months.
made me
of my
tired.
life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Made me sleepy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because
You
we're-
guys have been still eating pretty
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Carnivore.
You're going carnivore.
I've been carnivore.
You've been carnivore the whole time.
The only time that I took off from carnivore was
Puerto Rico.
From Thanksgiving was Christmas Day,
Right.
Christmas Day, and Puerto Rico.
In Puerto Rico.
In Puerto Rico.
Yesterday, I had a piece of cake for my birthday.
Good for you.
Why would you do that?
They brought it to me.
No, I'm glad that you did.
We shared
First
it.
of all, I mean,
We shared it, 5 of us.
good. One slice, one piece.
Once.
You just took
You
a-
took one bite.
Yeah, we all took one bite.
But
Yeah.
this is like cake. This is like fucking.
And a little crack you brought. A little crack.
Keep your.
All right, boys.
Fuck you guys.
Are we back on schedule or no? You guys
I'm
are still
not here.
messing with me. So Sunday night we could do this again.
The next
Super Bowl. But yeah, it's up to you. I can't
Uh,
miss the Super
No,
Bowl.
I'm not missing the Super Bowl.
I can't do Sunday, but the following week we got to do Sunday also.
I'm fine with it. But what are we doing next week? We can't do Friday morning. Where are you going?
I'm flying out. I'll let you know what time I fly. If we can.
Oh
do it
wait, where are
early.
you going?
My son's birthday.